Okay, so lesson one, we're going to go over the toolbar, or a few tools in the toolbar, and a few commands, a few important commands. Um, and we're going to walk you through our first project. So let's start with understanding a couple of these tools here. The first three that we're going to work with, these top three here, um, the, the, the move tool is essentially exactly what you think it is. It's just the tool that you click on when you want to move objects around on the canvas. We have our selection tool, our rectangular marquee, which creates a selection based on rectangular or square shapes. You also have the elliptical marquee or the circular selection tool, which makes selections based on ovals and circles. And we're going to go over our lasso tool, which makes selections based on just a freehand drawing of whatever you want to select. Now, when we talk about selection, I'll get into that in a second. Essentially, they're just parts of the canvas that you are choosing to enhance or operate on. So, the first project will consist of this image that you're going to create four different versions of this image using selections, um, the transformation tools, the filters, and also the image adjustments. So let's jump right in. When you download this image from Schoology, you will get this not blank, I'm sorry, this flat image. And again, we'll start here with the selection tool. I'm going to select by clicking and dragging over a part of the canvas that I want to select. I'm going to select this coin right in the middle, and I can then move the selection where I want it to be. And once this item is selected, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it has like a perforated line that dictates what's selected. I'm going to click on the move tool once it's selected, and now I can move this part of the canvas around wherever I want to move it to. Since I can move it anywhere on the canvas, once you reach the borders of the canvas, it disappears, but you can always move back. An important tool, or command I should say, that's right here, is the Command T, or the Free Transform tool. It's exactly what you think it is. It just transforms. So if I hit Command T, you get these anchors here. I can make my selection bigger. I can make it smaller. I can rotate it. I can flip it backwards. A variety of different transformations. And if I want to just go back to zero, I hit Command Z a couple times and Command D for deselect. Command Z is undo. So you can undo and you can hit Command D to deselect. You can start over if you want to start over. But I'm going to again reselect it really quickly and hit Command T. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. And let's jump right into some of the image adjustments. So we're going to go up here to the image drop down adjustments, and let's do hue saturation. Now with the hue saturation, I can change the color of the selected part of the canvas by sliding the slider. It would change the hue. I can even increase the saturation, decrease the saturation based on my preferences. I can go to our filter, filter gallery, um, and I can apply one of dozens of different filters. They all do different things, kind of similar to Instagram and some of the other apps on your smartphone. And all of these particular filters have parameters in which you can make it more or less customizable. There's also one of my favorite filter apparatuses, which is the liquify filter, which allows me to get a whole different set of tools that you see here. One's the smudge tool, where I can, smudge the the image. There's the float tool that makes whatever part of the image I click on sort of expand. There's the pucker tool that retracts, and it allows you to make all kinds of weird, sort of fun warps and different changes to the image. You click OK, and they'll stay the same. Um, so essentially, we're going to just play around with some of these filters and image adjustments. But before we do that, I'm gonna undo, and I'm gonna click on this other selection tool here, which is the lasso tool, like we mentioned before. And I'm going to take this lasso tool, zoom in a little bit. Command plus and command minus is for the zoom in and out. It makes it really a lot easier to make precise selections when you use the zoom command. But I'm going to draw very quickly and not very precisely um, a selection for this face right here. I just messed up right there, but that's fine. And zoom out, command minus. Let me get my move tool again. Move this face out, command T, make it a little bit bigger. And again, same drill. I'm going to image adjustments. Let's try a different image adjustment. Let's go curves. I'm going to increase the contrast a little bit. We can still add some color. Let's go image adjustments. Let's go color balance. Let's add some blue to that and some cayenne. So we're going to actually manually decide how much of the color we want to add. And again, just for fun, we'll go back to our liquify tool or liquify filter, and we'll, have some fun with the liquify tools here. And so the goal of this project is to create, again, 4 different versions using colors, selections, image adjustments, and filters. And you can use any combination of any amount of tools that we just went over. And make sure you save, change the name as you save each project. And we're going to turn in 4 different projects on Schoology. And if you have any questions, of course, I'll be here to answer them. But this is like just a brief little summary of what this lesson 1 project is all about. So yeah, let's get started and see you next lesson.